Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know that you've been enjoying my career content so far. Well, today I've come to spice some things up. Someone say spice. Spice. Great. So I have this very beautiful, astonishing, amazing, gorgeous damsel named Precious. Hi Precious.
Hi.
I'm super delighted to have you on my YouTube channel.
Thank you for having me.
You are my second guest.
Nice.
Yeah, so
I love it.
Yeah, so I've had just one guest,
Wow.
Miriam.
Doing things.
You know.
Another woman.
Yeah, you know. I'm going to fix that in my next video. A guy has to come on board.
I'm saying the Yoruba rumors being true.
Oh, bro. I cannot confirm or deny that.
Okay.
So this is going to be an interesting conversation. We'll be talking career life, adulting in Lagos, Lagos versus Island, tech versus marketer. It's just going to be fun. And as you're watching, you're going to have a lot of fun too. I decided to bring Precious on board. One, because I feel like, even though I'm an amazing HR professional, yes, I know that there is knowledge and wisdom in hearing for people that are in the field as against me teaching abstract knowledge. So I just felt that it would be great to have someone as amazing as Precious. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so welcome, Precious. If I say introduce yourself now, you sound like a chap. So tell us something exciting a lot of people do not know about you.
I talk to myself a lot.
Oh, wow.
So like one of my fears, like when I grow old, is old people tend to like start speaking to like nothing. So but I now hope that my children, even if they watch this video now, please just know that I've been doing that.
It's not, Mama is not saying that.
Yeah. Don't put me in like a nursing home yet.
Please.
I'm like
Mama is just.
They're not saying I'm not as aware anymore. But so I talk to myself like a lot. Per time, so I am my own therapy.
Wow.
Therapist. I when I need to make a decision about something, there are like three Preciouses. So there's Precious
Bring yourself out.
Yes.
Me, myself, and
There's
I.
there's Precious that probably is going to fight for whoever. Maybe if I'm fighting with somebody, like whoever annoyed me, and that Precious is giving points about why that person is right or justifying in something.
So the logical,
There's
very analytical.
The logical Precious that doesn't care about emotions like that. Like she's like, no. Look at it on this side. And there's the emotional Precious, which is maybe the person that is feeling whatever she's feeling that she needs to decide about. There's not me in the middle, which is trying to be the arbiter of whatever they are saying. So I talk to myself like a lot. Yeah.
That's exciting. And now that you use the word habitat, she used the word habitat, by the way, because even though she has run away from black and white, she used to be you were a law student and a law graduate. She graduated actually. She has certificate, unlike some people. Yeah. So, so this is where I ask, so what do you do? And
what do I do?
What does every day? What does Monday to Friday look like for Precious?
Okay. So first of all, what do? I saw this thing in one place like video this morning. So I do my best. And that's
don't we all? Even though our best is looking like nothing these days, we have to keep reaching for a new best.
I do my best.
Right.
I try. Anyway, yeah. So what do I do? I try a lot. What do I do professionally? So I am currently a product marketing manager. I also still work as a creative writer. I do it like personally and then also like for certain like brands, or I think the most prominent one now is I write a music newsletter for a brand called the Chili Peppers.
Interesting. That's you.
That's me.
I subscribe. I'm a subscriber.
Nice. I don't own it, but I write for them.
Yeah, you write good content. Imagine. I did not know. Maybe if I knew, I've tweeted about. Actually, with Chili Peppers, I think there are like 2 editions that even stuck in my head. Yeah.
Really?
So I like because of the name.
Yes,
so like Chili.
Yes.
I'm always a big fan of people trying to, for a lack of better word, localize content. Okay. Right? So like when I saw Chili Pepper, I'm like, this sounds like Yoruba man. This sounds like Nigeria. This sounds like Atagodo. IAG. Yes, so actually well done.
Cool, thank you. So that's why. Then I also host events. So my day to day, I'm actually going to break it down as best as I can. I wake up in the morning. I probably need to go and take my dog to go and like pee and run around, then go back inside. Yeah, maybe cook, eat, pray, whatever. I just open my laptop and then there are meetings. Like my day to day is almost boring, but The work like this is inside my head.
Hi.
Just like so, the work happens in my head
And
because I do use a lot of my creative juices for what I do. So yeah, so I'll just stand up, work, meeting, touch base. This one, I people push this one. I usually this one. I'm shaking the call. Then I also tweet. I tweet throughout the day most times. Like I probably would be liking something. So I'm working. I'm
yeah,
taking
looking
like
on.
that 5 minute break and I'm just like typing something or yapping somebody like
In case you don't know, she's a very big. Well, she's a big. She's a nano. Nano and big now sounds like an oxymoron. But yeah, if you're looking for one of the most exciting personality on Twitter, on Nigerian Twitter, marketing Twitter, tech Twitter, everything, just search for Precious Premauj.
UJ, yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the origin?
So it's a mix of two of my names actually. It's nothing that crazy. So the pre is obviously Precious and the Moj is something else.
Yeah, the
Yes.
Yoruba name that
It's
you don't
Yoruba
want to
name that I don't tell
share with us.
anybody.
How much for the Yoruba name? What's your price? They've said everybody has a price.
Everybody has a price right yesterday. If you can bring, not that expensive. 5 million money suffer.
Naira?
Yeah.
No dollars? Okay.
It's not expensive.
I'll think about it.
I'll just tell you, yeah.
Hey.
But there has to be a clause. You cannot name your daughter that name.
Wow.
Yes, because so one of the reasons why I keep that name, I can think my one other Yoruba name, but that particular one, is the name my dad gave me, and I'm in my mid-20s. I've not heard anybody with that name till now.
Let's keep it safe. Interesting, exciting. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to delve. I know program will not like that, but I do not care.
Right.
So we're just going to delve into a bit of I know that you've touched pinpoints around your professional life. So now we are going to talk about the part that I know you with at the moment, which is product marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does being a product marketer look like? At a tech company like Bumper. Bumper is not sponsoring this video, by the way.
Before I say my own experience, I need to mention that product marketing is different, like company to company. So my own day-to-day might look totally different from somebody else. So what product marketing look like?
So do you think we should start from that?
From that,
So
okay,
what
cool,
is
cool.
product marketing? And I really like that you talked about it because the way I've done HR at different organizations, at different. So I'm glad that you
very
actually
different.
started. So maybe we start with what is product marketing, and then what do you do as a product marketer?
Okay, cool. So the most like just from the word itself, like so product marketing is just marketing a product. In the way I'm going to explain, I'm just going to explain more in like the tech like
please.
side of things,
Go
right?
ahead.
So a product marketer, you're responsible for marketing the product. That is you're tied to things like acquisition, revenue, retention. Revenue again.
Wow. You had to put revenue twice.
Yeah.
Because money is important.
Is extremely important for
Interesting.
you. So you're dealing with like launching either like say features or products, trying to move users along the needle of that product. So you want them to do certain things. You have product goals. You're also looking at upsells. If a product is good, how can we make it better? You are very product. I think I'm already bringing this to product marketer, but anyway, a product marketing manager. You're also you're looking at a lot of data. You're trying to how do people find us? People that do the best on our product or use our product the best. Okay. How do they find us? Then how can we like focus on that particular line of acquisition
And double down.
Then what kind of users do the best things with our product? So if you're for a particular channel, like who actually fulfills product goals more, then you're finding out why are they fulfilling it. Is it because they're from certain demographic? Is it because of certain things? They're trying to improve that and get more people like that to use the product as well. Your work, depending on where product marketing can also sort of also evolve into brand marketing to a certain degree, because to be honest, if you're using product-led growth, right? Like
Yeah.
your company is more focused, like the product is what distinguishes it.
Drives the
That
growth.
means that you are forming perception about the product with the product. So it's going to people's experience with the product so that means you're involved in brand marketing like that. So that's it. And then you're looking at it, now I'm going to make money with this product. Yeah.
Very important.
Something like that. So revenue also that's like pricing, and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
so
Cool.
so just that model end
Yeah,
to
yeah,
end
yeah.
managing. How do we acquire? How do we retain? Where's
Yeah,
the
you might
chunk?
not necessarily be involved in all these parts, but they concern you because it's possible that in a particular like company, you could have a digital marketer handling like acquisition, stuff like that. There's also a growth marketer as well, but those things can fall under what product marketer is and stuff like that. So for me, at the moment, product marketing is trying to improve product usage and product education. That's one of my current like my biggest focus at the moment. I'm trying to improve how users move, like their customer journey. How can we reduce time to value? How can we ensure more of users are achieving product goals? That's like my current. So most of my tasks, I'm also doing a lot of upsells. Like I'm looking at the product, like what have we not looked into
That can make
that
us
can
money.
make us money? Then
Wow.
how can we do it or improve it and bring in more money? So yeah, basically doing it and then running experiments, doing a lot of product tweaks or experiments to ensure to learn and then see that if we implement this, we
It
can get
might
people to
work.
make to achieve like our product goals. So yeah, that's what it's about.
Sounds like a lot.
Oh my brother, my brother. Thank you for that observation. It's a
For me.
lot.
It is actually a
Do you,
lot.
what's this food?
Nah, that's
It's
it's
a
a
lot.
lot.
It's a lot of
Eh,
literally. I think on Friday I was like, my creative juices have been sucked.
you need to refresh.
Do you understand? I don't want to go into specific. There's a particular project I'm working on that.
It's
Oh
training
my
you, it's
god,
absorbing you.
it's like I am creating a sub product from scratch, defining what the design process of it is like, overseeing its implement
It's a lot.
is a lot.
I can
And this is funny thing is that this is not your only task. Because a product marketer's job is so cross-functional. So your time with the socials, your time with the general marketing, your time with product teams,
Yeah, giving
engineers. I
feedback.
used to tell my my designer the one I work with a product designer, I said, I know that you must hate me right now because my stress life boy.
Well, we apologize on behalf of
Oh,
Precious,
you
their
haven't seen
product
this a
designer.
lot. I'm sorry. Like, but he also finds the work exciting,
Yeah.
right? But then it's a lot.
I
It's
can
a lot.
imagine. I
Yeah.
can imagine. That sounds, yeah, it's très beaucoup.
Yeah. And then one other thing that also makes it interesting is if you're not doing something that has not necessarily been done before, you are in uncharted waters.
So you're navigating
Like
and
so
swimming, like,
I
how do
mean
I
there
survive?
probably maybe international examples, but again mind you you're not working in Nigerian or an African like space, so you're defining a couple of things by yourself. It's very easy, not easy, pardon me, even if there's something I've been done before, you're trying to
Just
find
to
a differentiator
replicate,
back, cool.
yeah.
But
But now,
now you're trying to even figure out a general solution, then now narrow it down to your product. So it's
wow,
yeah,
that's
but it's
that's
interesting. It's quite interesting.
yeah, you sound like you love it. You
Oh no,
reminded me of when I just started my HR career, and it was just, I mean, being like the first HR in a fintech company. It was a lot of learning. I remember that I used to read Netflix. Of course, all my friends know that I love Netflix.
Okay.
Like read Netflix, read Zappos. I remember that there was
Interesting.
something unique that I added to bonding experience, and I had learned that from Netflix. There was also something added to our interview experience. I learned that from Zappos. So before COVID, I don't know what's up after COVID, but before COVID, Zappos had interview with like final candidates at lunch, or dinner or something. Especially for people that are going to be like team leads. They want to, so they are gauging, very interesting things. How do you order? How long does it take for you to make a choice? How do you reject an order? How do you treat a waiter? Just very random things. How are you able to converse around things that does not relate to your role?
Interesting.
How are you willing to learn about something you don't,
You don't know.
What's your reaction to new information? Are you inquisitive enough to want to learn more? Or just say, oh,
If I know
okay.
everything, I'll figure it out.
No, sometimes I even like, so for example, you're telling me about modern I'm like, okay, that's what you do. And then like I move on. And then I say, oh, okay,
And then
that's
no
what you
career.
do.
Oh, you're
Please
trying to
tell
also
me about this. Oh, so really this is how it works. Yeah, so
I don't even want to waste our time, but I'm not joking. Something I've discovered. I was telling one of my co-workers the other day, like Sometimes when you're a kind of talent, or you don't necessarily know that certain things that you do are maybe things that should be appreciated. Like I met somebody on a project where they don't have you don't have this quality assurance in of themselves. So for example, just quick real life example, there was something that we wanted to push in my side, and she just came to me. They now said, Alpha, we need something like this to do this thing, and I'm like, okay, Alpha, you need this, but okay, tell me what this thing is that you've now done, and in asking questions, if they had pushed that thing,
Twitter will have caught
hey,
fire.
Jesus.
Twitter will have
I'm not
caught
joking.
fire.
If they are pushed, we would not. It's not. No, nothing so bad, but it could be very bad.
Depending on.
So so that thing, I'm just saying that's also very important. Like how somebody can. Do you ask
Curious.
questions? Like do
ask
you? One thing I've also discovered now that's making that I know that I'm in a different like space in my profession is, I am thinking from the beginning. I'm trying to think what's the long term. I'm not just doing tasks. I'm doing
love
things
that.
towards goals. Like I am like if you're defining user experience, you're not just like, oh, let's do this, it's financial. It's like, okay, cool. Well, if this person comes from this angle to achieve this, to come to this particular page or do something, what's going to be the experience going to be like? Like you're mapping out entire journeys and stuff like that. So it is very important that like you find out how this person,
Shows
if you get
curiosity
information, like because
and the
sometimes just pulling the plug on something or bringing something that nobody's looking at can be the
Man,
difference
change
between your
maker.
product and someone else's product. So yes, so sorry for
No.
Yeah, but
I mean,
that's-
we're
it's so
sharing
important.
knowledge and it's really exciting to hear that. So my next two questions are interesting. So I don't know which one should come first. So I'm going to ask them both and then you decide the other. So my first question was going to be, I know that you moved around marketing. You moved from content. I mean, you started as social media manager.
No, content marketing.
Content marketing,
Yes,
and then you
yes.
moved to products.
Yes.
What has that navigation been like? And then the second part was, I want to be a product marketer today. What do I need to do?
Okay, so I think I'll first start with the one that's in my experience. So so when I actually like joined the company I currently work at, they just about
Don't
the
worry,
content.
Bumper is a friend of the house, so you can say Bumper. Don't worry.
So it was just content too. Don't necessarily content, but just content too. So I came because again I got the job because I was writing a newsletter for a community called Consonance Club, and it had really taken like it had revived the community. Like I want you to do what you are doing there, which would mean that my work is just email marketing. And we are writing articles at best. But I came on board and I basically just delved into general marketing. So email marketing, digital ads, Facebook, Google, blah blah blah. We did billboards.
So you
that
can do
time.
Google ads.
Yes.
My YouTube needs to be. Come on.
I've been waiting a while though, but yes, that time, oh my god, everything, Facebook, let's go. There's influencer marketing, stuff like that. So now navigating. So I want to say that navigating, if you are navigating roles or switching, what you're doing within a company, it depends on how the team is structured. That's going to define how your navigation, how smooth is going to be, right?
Maybe just to guide you a bit, what helped you transit seamlessly from content marketing to product marketing? And do you think being a content marketer before being a product marketer
That helped?
Yes. So maybe that's a question.
Okay, so I'll start from this last one. So did it help? Yes, it helped for me. Let me tell you why. I don't know what product marketing was. Let me tell you, when I was a content marketer, I was already doing product marketing functions, but I didn't even know that there was this difference between both of them. So it helped me because I don't know. I feel like if you know, and maybe you have done like all the learnings before, you might not necessarily. But I also do think so. Maybe it's from my own background. I think that every product marketer needs to have content marketing knowledge. It's like when you want to make, I don't know. For me, if you want to make product decisions, like you would, how are you going to sell it if you don't understand content marketing? I don't, but that's just my personal thought. So the switch for me was not seamless. That's the first. So that question.
So I should remove the seamlessly.
It was not seamless. It was not procedural. Like it was. It took a little bit of time, and the reason was because it's just something that we just discovered. We needed to focus on the product. I was doing content and stuff, and like, yeah, cool, okay. But we need to, because the thing was, I was doing content, and then we needed to, when we just launched a product, somebody needs to stay on it and make sure it grows. But I
Yeah.
cannot be, dragging 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things and then moving on and stuff. So we recognize that. Okay, cool. You know the product already. It makes sense that you're doing product marketing. All right, cool. Let's go. But the issue was the way the teams were structured. I was on like the, let's just say, the growth team, so to speak. And they were, at the time, they were separate from product teams, right? And we're much smaller then, right? So product team,
A
product
lot
and
of
engineering,
things spread
right?
around.
So
There was that in
I was still in that team. So how do you want to do product marketing? You're not with the engineers all the time. You're not with the
you
engineers. You
have
don't
that.
know. You don't necessarily. You're not at the start when the
The
new things
product
are
is
being
being
developed.
initiative, so you
Do
don't even
understand? So
understand
it was a very.
huge
So I
gap.
think. I think yeah. So I don't even know when the.
Transition
So I
happened.
think, okay, I remember that I asked that I be added to those calls.
So that you
Add
have
me.
understanding.
Tell you about, like, yeah. Then I think also, my team leader, the senior product manager at the time, now said, Alpha, I think we need to switch you.
Thank you, Lord,
Thank
for elevating me.
So I basically left that team. Went there.
Okay.
Then later, I now said I need to also be on the calls from the team I left, because
You need to be able to merge.
yes, there's a cross functionality. So I don't like, we need to set up certain calls that I'm always on. So that's how. So when I now did, so what was happening? I was continuing what I was doing, doing content on the side of product. When I was supposed to be doing product on the side of content
content.
at most, right? So when I now did the switch, then I was not able to focus, and that's what I was doing. The shift now got serious.
For the market.
You know.
So from
I get
what
what
you said, so from what you said, I can deduce that product marketing plays a lot of intersecting role
Oh, it is, yeah.
between growth and
Like
engineering
between
content.
you're in the middle of, in fact, so you're dealing with customer, because if you want to, how you know that people are not okay, yeah, cool, let's say you're sitting on UX cam or whatever, but then you need to understand, you need to get a real-time feedback. So the success team or the customer support team must be this: what are the biggest tickets we've gotten this week? What are the features that people don't understand? Do you understand everything? So whatever it is, you're not like, okay, cool, if people are finding it very difficult to understand this feature in our product or this thing in our product, first of all, when they say understand, it's that the name doesn't even, they don't understand the name. So are we renaming this thing? Is it that the UX of it is really bad? They can't navigate it. Okay, how do we make? Should we create like a new how-to video? So you need to be with success. Engineering, as they are building it, engineering can build orishi. See, they're not going to market it, so they just want to build. And
It's the burden is on you.
alpha. So when they are in staging, before they push to prod, you better be there. I'm like, okay,
You know.
let's see what it's going to be like, and then you understand how to like market it.
No,
Let me
that's
see.
very
So,
helpful.
and obviously, you have to be in the product teams.
Yeah,
Obviously, you need to understand like what they building per time. What you need to also, like, if you have so many like products where you're working, it's the thing where what should we pushing the most? That's going to make us money. If people are doing all this, the low goals that is not going to give us, we care. But
It's not bringing the money.
okay,
Yeah, so like impact project, I know that we had that. I mean, there are even some products that were dear to our hearts. And the man was like, sorry, we are yanking this up.
You
It's
get
impact.
so yeah.
It's CSR. it's not giving revenue.
That kind of thing. So yeah.
Okay, makes a lot
You
of
now
sense.
said, what
So the
if I
second
want
part,
to? Yes,
so
if
I
I
want to be a
product
product
marketer,
marketer.
what do I need to do?
Yeah.
Being a people person will help your life. But I don't think that's even generic as an employee, to be honest. You need to know how to push the needle with designers, engineers. Engineers, oh my God.
Those people are special people. I hope that I will bring one engineer to my show one of these days and say, why do you people stress everybody?
Yeah, critical thinking is another skill. You cannot. Well, I don't know how everybody works in their place of work, but I think that the ability to, like, there are certain things that I've been able to just check and be like, I thought I just want to, if we had done this thing,
I can imagine.
So critical thinking, meaning that you cannot afford to be a short-term thinker. Like, whatever you're doing, it's going to impact people's lives. Unless you maybe like they say there's pills and there's vitamins in kind of products, but I don't care whether it's the vitamin, even if it's a leisure product. When I want to do something leisurely, I don't like stress. So even if it's a necessity, I still don't want stress in that product, right? So you have to think like long term, right? I think stakeholder management, that's still like being good with things. You know whose ego to massage, how to. Oh my god, I had this call when I was working on a project, and I had mapped out everything. I'd done the redesign. I had done like the entire like block, and design had worked on it, and then I just had this pause like no, it was literally just like it was literally on the weekend. I think it was Saturday. I'm like no, this thing is
Something,
better,
if it
but
goes this
we
way.
need to change something. And that's why I'm doing research. I didn't have any data around that thing at the time. And I was gonna meet my other marketing manager. And I said, Alpha, I said this thing. I think we need to do it in a way where we don't want to make this thing for users. Let them opt in. When they opt in, we're not going to be getting this complaints about I didn't know I had this thing.
You are the one that
existed."
chose it. You
Cool.
chose the hustle yourself.
So, but then that now means that we need to sort of redesign how I had designed that flow.
Wow.
And we at the time we were optimizing for speed. So I now set up a stakeholder meeting. About 8 people.
You want to pitch your case.
I'm not just
All the things that they worked on, how do you tell them that?
CEOs, team lead, success, product team, president manager, everybody. I went to go and create 10, 11 page slide within how many hours? Blah, blah, blah. And I said, hello everybody, welcome to this call.
I'm about to pitch a case
This
on where.
call, in this call, our goal is, so I need to, okay, we have done this, but however, this is the goal, this is the beginning of the call. Luckily, they actually agreed.
Aww.
Except there was a minus to one thing, but in 3 bullet points, they did agree. So it was, thank you so much for giving us time to brief. I went to go and do. Anyway, so yes, so I think that was what I would say for skills. So moving on, courses. I have a personal grift against a particular course that everybody loves. But hey, there is Product Marketing Alliance, there's CXL. There are also Udemy courses actually.
That you can check out.
But one thing I want to say aside from about courses as well is I learned a lot of my stuff by experience. So, for example,
sometimes you have to
integrating and
do-
using tools like, say, Customer.io, people using Mixpanel.
Oh, it's interesting because I was going to get to tools and tech
Oh,
stack.
okay.
Yeah, please
Customer.io,
do.
Mixpanel, AppsFlyer. What else do you? There's a lot. Is it Braze? There's a lot. Clever Tab, whatever it is. I honestly learned by
Doing.
okay, this is the product. Okay, you have docs that I can read on how to use it. Alright, cool. And I'm mapping out the entire like a long chain of user journey flows, trip campaigns by myself. When you launch a product, you have to understand, are we making money? Let's go and look at the data. Let's set up events to track. Let's do this thing. So there's going to be learning by course. There's going to be learning
By doing.
by experience.
Yeah.
You really are going to learn by experience. So if you want to, should you probably watch out for? It's going to be a PMM. One is you would need to first of all understand the basics of marketing.
Okay.
Like the basics of marketing is going to help you in whatever marketing thing you're going to do. So first off is you understand user psychology. You are tracking events. Like data is yes.
Yeah, I was going to say that I really love that you mentioned user psychology. Please continue.
You're tracking events. So meaning that I always say that you cannot improve what you don't measure.
Say
Right.
that again. You cannot improve.
You cannot improve what you don't measure.
measure.
It's when you measure that you know that this thing is doing bad or it's doing good and it can be better. So every single thing, if you are not that person before, it is in your, even if you are still a social media manager at that point, start measuring. It's going to be important for you when you start in being a PMM. So let me see. So understand, try and learn about churn, retention strategies, attribution, acquisition. It's very broad, but those are the things that you probably need to understand the most as a PMM.
Sounds as like a lot. My brain is hot. If you are watching this, are you taking notes? Don't worry, you can rewind a bit and jot some things down. Yeah, so just because it's been a lot of teaching and learning, let's have a bit of fun.
Okay.
Tech versus marketing, who is more important?
Do you mean engineering versus marketing?
Sorry, yeah, engineering versus marketing, sorry.
Well, I was going to say no offense, but offense can be taken. I don't give a shit.
As a
so
chaotic person that you are. Oh, guys, I didn't tell you that part. It's right now, she's a professional precious. Don't worry. We shall tell you that part later.
So this, I mean, I think obviously my answer is going to be biased, but I'm going to tell you why. I would say marketing. Let me tell you why. But not in the sense that one is more important than the other, but in the sense that one needs to precede the other in terms of direction and how it's supposed to go. So I think that marketing is supposed to influence what engineering builds. Engineering cannot start on its own. That's what I personally believe. So for example, a marketer is looking at user research. What do either non-users of our product, what do they want that will bring them to our product? Or what are current existing users, what are they familiar with? So what should engineering now build? So what happens is, in my personal opinion, A marketer is doing the research. You're looking at whatever your meta base, whatever it is, your UX cam. You're seeing, oh, there are a lot of rich tabs here. Okay, cool. The UX here is shitty. Let us talk to design. Then alpha, can we redesign this thing? Can we put this button here? Can we make this thing bolder so that people don't have issues finding this particular page? Can we improve the contrast, whatever? Then we're going to go to the engineering to implement. So I do think that even if it's at the basics, like to start a product, there has to be user research. Because here's what happens. There are probably 100 products similar to yours. So let's say that engineering was the same. Imagine that you have 2 products, engineering is the same. What's going to distinguish it? Marketing.
That's true.
And here's the thing, engineering can be the same, marketing can never be the same for 2 companies. That's the honest truth. Like, they can use the same Facebook ads, you to use Facebook ads, it will not be the same. Why? Because it's an art. The science to marketing is an art. So there's always going to be like, yes, execution for marketing is going to be different. So listen, you can literally have the same code base, blah, blah. In my opinion, you have fintechs. Fintech is the same actions in most cases.
Save, invest, deduct, input, insert.
Oh, there was this video that Abayomi did, Piggy vs. Carry Wise. Yes, they are different, but they're also very similar, right? So you can have the same engineering, whatever it is. The market will stand it out. So I feel like marketing, in my opinion, is extremely important. That's what I'm going to say.
I have like 1,000 more questions to ask you, but I've asked our director to give us signal when things are going. He has not given me signal yet anyway, so I think that I still have time. But let's take a break because we're talking about serious stuff. And please, I like the relaxing position.
Let's go.
and let's play a game. Yeah, so pick a number between 1 to 5.
4.
Wow, audacious. What's a movie every professional? Maybe I should narrow it down. A movie every professional should watch.
A movie every professional should watch. Hey, this is hot seat.
Yeah.
So I remember watching the Spotify story
Interesting.
on Netflix.
See, I didn't even know that they had one story on Netflix.
Oh, they do on Spotify. I think it's called The Playlist. There's also Ashley Madison.
Okay.
It was about this this app where you could cheat. You would find someone to cheat with you.
Wow.
And the marketing of that product was very interesting. Oh, I think another one that maybe you should hey, there's this vape product. I cannot remember the name, but if you just search it online, you'll find it. Is it June or Jude or something? Can't remember anymore.
June?
I can't remember again.
Okay.
It was a very small, it was a vaping product and they were making crazy money and then it went down and stuff like that. So if you can find that movie, watch it. I think, to be honest, I really think that it's not really the crazy big, we are making it for professional movies. It's really the small things. For example, I feel like you should also watch Emily in Paris.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like if
you're a professional,
you
should watch Emily in Paris. Because you understand like the difficulty of. So, for example, if you're in a company that has like international branches, you can understand that what works in America will not work in France, and then you're seeing how they do business differently.
Even work style from I learned a lot of HR lessons from Emily in Paris. Like off style, that my lunch is my lunch. You can't say no when someone invites you to food.
How you have to coexist with coworkers and be difficult and trying to destroy your life. That kind of a thing. And then the work-life balance.
They are differing across different countries. That's some are extreme capitalists.
That kind of thing.
And,
So yeah, I really think it's even in some of these small movies that you see some of these things. So yeah.
Exciting. By the way, yeah, you should watch Celebrity too. It's a K-drama and I will always have a K-drama. Yeah, so you should watch Agency. I think that Agency has a bit of element of Emily in Paris. So Agency is literally a marketing manager trying to become a CMO. Oh, literally. So in a very cutthroat environment.
Yeah, this reminds me of this movie with the 4 girls. It's a series with the 4 girls. I can't remember the name, but it was really nice. It was a nice watch. I remember really enjoying it, and they explore a lot of teams in the workplace. So yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so before we step away from career, because this has been very marketing centric, and I know that a lot of people that will watch it might not also be marketers. Give a Nigerian professional 3 random career advice.
Join the community.
Okay.
So I think. I asked the person. It's something we talk about. I'm a floater, so I don't necessarily feel the need to being in a clique of some sort, because that's sort of what community sort of leads into, like a clique. So like usually I figure things out on my own a lot of times. But the issue with not being in a community, sometimes sometimes you can be fine with a community. Because so let me put it like this. It's either you have a sponsor, a mentor,
Mentor
or a
or a
community.
community.
You should not be
Without
without
sticking.
at least one of them. I don't have. I've had friends that have helped me along my way, sure, but I don't have mentor. I
Mentor.
don't have. Well, some people have maybe acted as sponsors in some sense, but yeah, I've been a pretty much a lone ranger most of my professional life, but community, because you get to see certain things. You can easily ask questions. This tool, how far this makes man stress in my life. This something is acting up. Oh, yeah, my engineer said you cannot integrate this
Yeah,
app.
that's true.
What do I do? You people, I saw a JD and they're asking for 250K and they're asking for 8
Are
years
they trying
experience.
to rip me
Does
off?
it make sense? Your community member will tell you that run with your leg. We were at an event just yesterday, and in that conversation with other speakers, they mentioned two brands. If they enter your DM
Just run
for
away.
influencing, run away. You will not know.
Popular brands, by the
Just,
way.
but
Make me
anyway,
cover their, make me cover their ass.
you will not know. So I think community is very important. Number two, track. Always track. No. So I know I struggled with that in the beginning of my career. Where how am I tracking the influence of newsletter on the product? Except for open rates. But I have gotten feedback from users where they say you're so lifting emails. I say it's a transactional email, man.
I'm not lifting any soul.
But I'm not joking. Like people,
Interesting.
for example, we had an event where we brought customers and they're like, I don't receive your email anymore. What's going on? I'm like, wow.
Please go
In
back
all
to
the
live their
things that
soul.
you would miss, I would not expect that
That
in newsletter.
newsletter will
But the
be.
thing is, there's the way I write that people sort of
Yeah,
relate
you
to.
too.
So sometimes you need to track things like that sentimental.
What is
If let's
driving
say you cannot find any
sentiment?
numbers, what's the sentiment that's what you're doing is adding to the bottom line, because if people love your product, they will stay.
Yes,
So in
and
a
they will
way, you're
even
adding
tell
to
people about
retention.
it.
Good, yeah?
Yeah.
So you can say how helpful is this? Let's say you're just doing. You know that you're just doing shout outs every Wednesday, which is a shout out to a customer or something. How does this contribute to your social media work? So you now say, okay, cool. You now do maybe an Instagram poll once every week or once every month. How do you like the shout outs? 1 to 10. Put that number, put it in your report. Track and report. It does two things for you, not just for your workplace. So it's not just for them to even see what you're doing, it's for you as well. So that when you're looking for a different job, you say, I've done this in my life. Like I've achieved this number. You need to track. It's hard. I'm still
No, I
working
agree
on.
that it's hard. Yeah,
It's a lot of time, like, 'cause you're doing a lot of things sometimes. So it's good to track. So let me, I think I've mentioned track and report. I mentioned community. This one is this sentimental. I think one more thing is be aware at all times.
Okay.
Like be street smart. So in the with your work, that means communication. Put it into writing whatever somebody says, because this bitch isn't playing in the streets. Somebody will come and say, one other person will come and say, oh, when did you say that? Like, this person said, like, where's the evidence? No evidence,
Oh my
right?
God.
Also, it also means that, like, when you are street smart as well, it's also like, oh, know when you should leave and when you should stay in a particular place. It also means that you are looking at how can I be better. If you are looking at, okay, things, for example, they say that if your founder is doing video on Instagram,
I know they jail.
it's a different job. Like be aware. Yeah. And then
If your
Sage,
startup is a side gig,
like Sage used to say, be commercially aware.
you know,
So, yeah.
I Sage. No, that's exactly. I mean, that was very. I mean, of the three, I could connect with Tract the most. I connect with the first one because I'm a loner. I need a mentor. I mean, it's not even for lack of people. There are people that will.
I just want your tailor.
Yeah, like I mean, there are people like really respectable people that have helped me along the way. That if I even come and send them a DM, and like I just feel like a lot of people are mentoring a lot of people. I
Right.
should not disturb them if I can. And like you, I figure out a lot of things. I just told you how I studied, a complaints onboarding process. So I could connect with that, but I could connect with the tracking more because, like, across my career, I just people even sometimes tell me stuff.
And you don't realize it, right? You're like,
Okay, that helps. And I remember that at least one part of my HR process that I've tracked is onboarding. Or what's the new thing?
Right.
What was the onboarding process? What can we do better? If I have random chats, I had a chat with my friend who has interestingly swam across different companies this year, and I asked him, please, what company has done an exciting onboarding? And I was like, yours is still the
It's
best.
still,
I'm like, thank you.
that's it.
But like
Like yes, you cannot forget.
I have chat with friends like Goldman Sachs, like Bank of America. Oh, what's exciting?
Right, right.
One of my friends clocked 5 years at Goldman Sachs recently. I'm like, people don't stay.
Is your
People
friend
don't.
single? Is he a boy or a girl?
He's a girl. But I can find you rich man in Bank of America, Bloomberg. You know, I was like, people often move around in investment banking. Like, why have you stayed
For
5 years?
long.
I was like, oh, do you know, for my anniversary, they flew me to this country. I'm like,
Are you serious?
eh.
Wow. Expense on
Right,
expense
you
fees.
know, all expense fees. Yes, so
She want the opening.
yes, I really love that you mentioned track. Okay, so I really enjoy conversing with you. I really enjoy. No, I think I made a joke. I think it was when I was Cairo. I was like, if I leave HR, So I worked on a product, football savings goals. I'm like, I think that I might have a career in marketing. So I think that's why I was really like paying attention, and I hope that you watchers you were paying attention. Yeah. So wrapping up, let's have small fun outside product marketing. I've already asked you like random tips. So let's see, island or mainland?
I don't have any skin in the game, to be honest.
Just
I don't have any skin in the
anywhere
game.
there is comfortable.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to be. If you tell me back, wherever my money is gonna reach,
Yeah.
and there's no peace of mind, I don't care.
Interesting.
I really, yeah.
Very great.
But I find good house in like that, yeah. I don't.
Yeah, you just move. I like it.
Like, is there?
You're not a classist.
No, really, I don't.
That's cute.
Yeah.
My last question is going to be you asking me a question, so I prepare your mind. It's so before then, Lagos 101.
What's the going on?
Like things that people should know about Lagos.
Oh, food I think I should know about.
Random things.
I'm such a whore. I mean, oh god. So sorry, I was talking to my friend. I was one of my friends recently. So I and a friend of my friend went at an event, and she was like, "We're going to go home," and she's like, "Let's take." I don't know if she said we should take like bus. I'm like, do you know that I've been in Lagos? I'm not.
You just stay in your house.
Disclaimer: I'm not a rich babe.
No.
So
So context is where she stays in a very interesting space, and then she has colleagues that right. So and then she does not go out like that.
Like, I don't really like.
That's actually true. She does not go out.
People actually
Think you go out? Do you get?
I'm very like
I have friends like you. So because they are popular,
yes,
and their face has always
also,
seen, I will take pictures after. Like, you were. But like, it's literally events.
Like, it's literally just events.
The only that came out is events.
To be very honest, like really. So I don't have a very like
Clear.
Like okay, my experience was literally me traveling like from across states, and there's one in the at the park. Like so, I don't have so many. But Lagos, what I want you to do, Lagos is expensive. I did not lie. Lagos is crazy. Lagos people hey, someone drag me by. If you come from maybe like a more normal place, the moral fiber of Lagos is going to annoy you. Yeah. But yeah, Lagos is also a land of possibilities. There's money to be made here, you know? Yeah.
I like to like Lagos to New York. Yeah, and I think
there's a concrete jungle where things are made of, literally what it is.
Right.
Literally what it is.
Okay, yeah, so last question, ask me a question.
Ask you a question. What do you think a lot of talent in tech are not harnessing like enough of?
The ability to do great things. I don't sound like Tunde Okoya. Say from small places. But great things in relatively short period.
Okay.
I like to brag about the fact that my 5 years experience in tech is more than a typical person's 10 years experience. I'm not I can say it. I'm saying in front of the camera now, I can say anywhere. So you can get quick wins when working in a tech. So that's one. Some people know it, some people don't. But I feel like those that know it too, like you said, track. But we also don't tell that story enough. I can write a whole ebook on my working at Carrywise. Like I did new things. I implemented, I innovated. My 1 year at Big Carbon Media, I can write like an ebook about it. Yeah, so those two things. One, we need to know that when you work in tech, it's always an opportunity to do a lot of things in short period. And we need to be able to own those things and tell stories about them. And it's not just a story of, oh, I did this. It's I did this. This is why I did it. This is the impact. And that's why either it's my experience at Career is the one at Big Carbon Media, you would see footprints, on social media. Either it's LinkedIn, either it's Medium. That when I was here, I did this. This was the impact, right? So I feel like tech talents need to do that more.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, then, like I said, I could spend the next 1 hour talking with you. For example, I just remembered like 3 questions that I wanted to ask you I did not ask. But one last thing before you go, and this is for if you're a law student. So one thing we did say at the beginning was that law left Precious. Precious did not leave law.
You
law,
sure?
law left Precious. So just my last video was on career transitioning, right? So for anyone thinking of transitioning into market, so she has a bachelor's in. She bachelor's in
No.
an LLB. She has a degree in law before moving to marketing. So like, what's one thing that you want to, just one thing, before I talk about kick us out? What's one thing that you want to tell someone that is transitioning into marketing from another career entirely?
Oh, someone transitioning from marketing to something else.
Someone that is transitioning into
marketing.
Yeah, from
one is just don't be scared. Like I was a green. What do you call it? Green on,
yeah.
Like see. I literally I have a mental picture of who I was when I started working in marketing.
I'll give people throwback. I want ridiculous throwback of us. I saw.
I was armed. I say birthplace of clinical.
Birthplace of
I was
righteousness.
armed. Listen, what they say. There's this thing they do on Twitter where they say, oh, our rent was due, our grandmother shared on the house, so she ate on this song. Do you know what I had?
Yeah.
I was damn good at writing. Number 2, I have an insanely creative mind. Number 3, I understand using psychology. Like, I don't understand psychology. I understand how to use words to get people to do stuff. That's all. Like, I didn't have too many. The lot of times, one of the tools I was doing it for the first time, but you will not know. Like I was getting some numbers in my first 3 months, and I'm like, oh, okay, nice, okay.
This works, so let's do this.
So first off is whatever fear, and I think another thing I'm always going to help you is if you don't. Well, I mean, everybody's risk appetite is different, but me, I was like, let's try for 3 months. What's the worst always will happen?
Yeah, that's true.
I bet 5 minutes, 3 months. What's the problem?
I think that's why HR also puts probation 3 months.
Right. So just have a mindset where let's see how this goes. And if you're having, like, if you've just been open and trying something out. So first of all, it's not a crazy space. It's not a crazy space. Once you're armed with whatever if you're
your
good
desire,
at it, once you're good at something
that one thing
tied to marketing, I feel like you can flourish. You don't have to have all these things. For example, I don't know some of the technologies that some people use.
To date.
Like you not explain that, say this one.
You
don't have to know all the terms. There's a lot of rubbish. There's a lot of rubbish terms in market. Nobody gives a shit. Bring the money and you'll be paid. That's all. Nobody cares. So yes, I think just come into it and just come into it and have an open mind. And then just keep learning. I think you'll be fine.
Awesome. Keep learning. Come with something that you have. And I love that you mentioned the last point because one of my hosts, one of these days, is one of the best content marketer. And, I think it's one of also the things that's helped his career. And I'll be drilling him down on that. But yeah, thank you very much, my friend Precious,
Thank you for having me.
for coming to grace my show. And happy anniversary. Is it passed or is it?
It don't pass.
Yeah, it don't pass. Okay, so on behalf of Emmanuel Faith Show, let me start preparing for the future. This section is sponsored by Shine Fashion. Yes, so happy anniversary.
Thank you. How do you say it? Let's show you on the journal. So let me do the way they used to do.
Yeah.
Oh. Shine by SA.
Yes.
Very beautiful clinical. Let's show you on the journal. I ever borrow clinical. I say God.
Thank you very much. Yeah.